As you can see, the big dog is in the house. Ade's here. Hello, my friend.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm stunned. I'm relieved. I'm amazed. How are you doing, and what do you think about all this?
Shocking, surprising. 4 days ago, we saw Sepp Blatter deliver one of the most confident speeches he had delivered in the last couple of months. He had a standing ovation at the end of the speech. He looked like he was looking towards the future as the new head of FIFA, shall we say. And 4 days down the line, we all received the shocking news, surprising news today that he will be stepping down. It's great for football because everybody has asked for a new leader in football in FIFA for the last couple of years. So for FIFA and the rest of some of the people that have called for his head, a lot of people are very, very happy about the news today.
It's a very good point. Let me give you this quote. This was Sepp Blatter to Swiss television on Friday. He said, "Why would I step down? That would mean I recognise that I did wrong."
Wow.
He said that on Friday.
So basically he's saying that he recognises that he's done wrong now.
Doesn't he? I mean, isn't that what has happened
Well,
here?
the news, now over the last couple of hours, we've started to receive some of the other news that perhaps he's been investigated by the FBI directly now. Before that, we didn't know that there was a direct investigation of Sepp Blatter himself. Yes, his close allies have been arrested over the last 7 days. However, he's managed to remove himself from those links and carried on the election. But now that he said that to Swiss television on Friday and stepping down surprisingly today, it only means that, yes, perhaps his door has been knocked.
I mean, we are feeling very much that the shadow of the FBI is looming large over Sepp Blatter, and he does, by the sound of the noises coming out of the States today, he does seem to be very much in their crosshairs, doesn't he?
Yes, it is. Yes, he is. Someone said today, just a couple of hours ago, that it's surprising that the least interested country in football has been the one leading the way in changing FIFA or the head of FIFA in recent times. He is in their crosshairs. The FBI, when I think it was the Attorney General that was giving, or perhaps the investigators that were giving the statements,
Lynch, yeah.
Exactly, last week about the people they were investigating, the questions were being asked directly towards them. Is Sepp Blatter being investigated? However, it looks like they didn't want to release any news then. Now it looks like they have.
Doesn't it? We need to talk about some reactions, of course, because, I mean, they continue to break. I want to just read you two in particular. The FA chairman, Greg Dyke, said, "He's stood down, he's gone, let's celebrate." Furthermore, he also went on to say, "If I was in Qatar today, I wouldn't be feeling very confident." We'll come back to that one in a second. Michel Platini, the UEFA president, has said it's a difficult decision, a brave decision, the right decision. Both these men stand to benefit from this situation, don't they?
Well, Michel Platini's statement for me is the most political statement ever released today, because it looks like he is trying to mend bridges. He looks like he's not trying to go hard against Sepp Blatter, knowing fully well that Sepp Blatter will be involved.
He doesn't need to fight the fight, does he?
Exactly, and Sepp Blatter will be involved in electing or selecting a successor within the next 4 months. Do you want to appear as the man that goes against the man that still has 132 votes around the world? No. Greg Dyke has been very forthright and vocal about the fact that he wanted Sepp Blatter to step down. So this is a great day for him. However, he has to recognize that there's still a lot to be done in terms of building bridges with the likes of the African nations and the likes of the CONCACAF and Asia as well.
We have to talk about that, but what about these Qatar comments? Because is that Blatter's real Achilles heel? Is that his big undoing?
It is, because Qatar got the World Cup over the likes of the United States of America. The United States of America have released statements that they could host a World Cup with 6 weeks' notice.
Hang on, and aren't the United States of America the people that are gunning for Blatter right now?
Exactly. They have stadiums that are ready.
6 weeks, you say? Fancy that.
Exactly. They've got stadiums ready, they've got airports ready, hotels ready. However, they failed in winning that bid, and Qatar is the place that took this bid over the United States of America. There's a lot of money to be made in that place. People have to build stuff. So now people are still making statements like perhaps the 2018 and the 2022 World Cup bids might be up for a rebid process.
I mean, this could be absolutely fascinating stuff, couldn't it? We also have to talk about the sponsors. They're literally queuing up to issue statements now. It's becoming just the house of cards is toppling down, isn't it? But just in the last hour, Coke, McDonald's and Adidas, 3 of the biggest brands globally, and particularly 3 of football's biggest sponsors, have come out with how they're delighted that Blatter has gone. Coke in particular said Sepp Blatter's resignation is a positive step for football. Wow.
4 days ago, they released statements saying that the investigations are damaging for football. However, they're monitoring the situation closely. They weren't that vocal 4 days ago because the man was still at the helm. Now he stepped down. Hooray, everybody can come out and say how it's a positive step for football. The sponsors are very important to FIFA and football in general. There's a lot of money involved in that.
Absolutely.
However, it's a political game as well. They want to still continue being sponsors of FIFA because there are other people or other organizations waiting in the wings. So we'll see how this one plays out.
We should point out as well, OK, Sepp Blatter's the headline story today because he has walked.
Yeah.
He's the captain that's jumped ship, as it were. But the fact of the matter is that there are so many other members of FIFA that must be absolutely terrified now that he's left. He was their buffer and he's gone.
Names like Jerome Valcke has been thrown in the mix.
Right.
He released a statement this morning, or perhaps a statement was released from his office that he won't be attending the opening ceremony of the Women's World Cup, which was a surprise. And then we started to hear situations that perhaps he was being investigated for alleged transfers in the United States of America. You're looking at CAF in Africa, where Issa Hayatou has been the closest, or one of the closest allies to Sepp Blatter. They've been friends for a long time. They've backed each other up in different situations. Now, perhaps if the big man is being investigated, what happens to the close friends too?
It feels like the whole thing is tumbling down around us.
Yes, it is. And a lot of people are happy about this. However, FIFA, to some extent, need this change. They need a new leader. They need transparency. They need openness. And perhaps to bring the sport into... It's been in disrepute over the last couple of years since these allegations and these reports have come out. Now is the time for it to change. But if Sepp Blatter still says, I'm going to be at the helm of deciding who succeeds me, there's still fear in the house.
I think he's going to hide in his bunker and be done with life. But thank you so much, Ade. Absolutely fascinating stuff. Really great to talk to you about what is an incredible and emerging story.